Hello everyone, this is Josh Laterna with Knight and Bishop here today, and I'm often asked a lot of questions about what exactly we mean when we say that our services revolve around aligning a new leader to the informal networks and power structures that exist in the shadow of the organizational chart. So I hope to take an opportunity today to show you a little bit about what that means and looks like. So our clients are mainly organizations that are looking to stack the deck in favor of success for the new leader that's stepping in, or search firms that are looking for a way to become more sticky after the sale. Instead of placing a candidate, washing their hands, walking away, and hoping it works out, what's a way that you can really stack the deck in favor of success in the new candidate? Because research shows that 40% fail, 4 in 10. And the new leader doesn't fail because they're not talented, because they're not intelligent, they don't have track record, etc. They fail because they're given a picture of the organizational chart and how things should work, and a picture of the hierarchy, if you will, when the truth of the matter is that 70% of what's really going on in a company is not indicated by the org chart. And it can kind of be seen over here in this picture. This is put out by a firm by the name of Delta 7. It's a communications firm that does outstanding work. So this is the new leader. They step in, they see the org chart. At the same time, they intuitively pick up on all these relationships that exist and this information flow and knowledge sharing and things that can't be identified, at least without our service. So the first picture, MRI of what's going on behind the organizational chart, if you will, here is just a spiral format or a spiral layout. And the reason I like to include this one is because we can start to identify some individuals that are of interest. Now, this particular leader, in this case that you're looking at here, had 75 reports across several different business units and functions. So the first thing we want to look at is the size of the circle, which is indicated by number of relationships. So that's really a picture of trust. I mean, the more relationships you have, the more trusted you are in the company. The other thing that you want to look at is the opacity or opaqueness of the circles. So the darker the circle is, the higher the bridge score or betweenness, just a measure of how often you're connecting different people in conversations. The beauty of this layout here is just allows you to identify which circles pop out, and then go back to the org chart and say, is this what we expect? In many cases, it's not. So here's a new layout that we can apply. And one of the first things I'd like to show you real quick is this individual over here. This is a marketing manager. And as you can see, they're in charge of this particular group over here, and they have other relationships with other groups. But if you look at the unit that, or the individuals that report to them, you can see a high level of collaboration, a lot of conversation. What does that tell us? Probably a very good leader, somebody that you want to make sure they're happy and that you retain them, especially if you're a new leader. Now, the next person I'd like to point out is this individual over here. Now, you might be surprised. This is actually a sales executive. Ironically, not the top performing sales executive, though. So if you looked at the org chart, you wouldn't identify how important this person really is. Now, what you'll notice is that they have a tremendous amount of relationships, not only in this marketing group over here, but with sales reps and then also operations. Now, why would this be a good person to have lunch with? Because they intuitively or tacitly understand the different needs and desires and internal politics and dynamics of these different groups and how they shape one another. Definitely a good person to sit down with. And if all you looked at was the org chart, you'd never know that. Another person over here to take a quick look at is this individual. This is actually a customer service manager. Why are they important? Well, the first thing we see is that the people that report to them aren't really collaborating, aren't conversating, and that could be possibly a leadership development opportunity or something you might want to take a look at as a new leader. Now let me show you where some risk exists, okay? Now this is the sales executive that I pointed out a second ago. Let me show you just how important they are. I want you to imagine that you step into the new job, you're in your second week, and this person turns in their notice. Now I just removed them from the picture, and as you can see, it looks entirely different. You've just lost a key player, a very key player. So the fundamental idea here is this is a way of us looking beyond into the shadow of the organizational chart, identifying the informal networks that drive what's really going on in the company, find out who not just is in your deck of cards, meaning the people that report to you, and not just people by title or authority, but who's your real jack of spades, your ace of diamonds, your queen of clubs. These are people that aren't indicated by the org chart but are extremely, extremely important. What are we doing here? We're stacking the deck in favor of success of the new leader, so they don't be that statistic, that 40% that fails. And you do that by showing them what's really going on in the company, how work really gets done, and they can have informed conversations with these individuals to stack deck in favor of their success. I welcome your questions and comments and a call. Thank you.